What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tati coming to you with a new video, and today I want to discuss something that I think is really important. But first, I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah. I've been here on layover almost 2 days. So me and my co-driver, or my co-driver and I, were waiting on our load. And y'all, funny story. Guess where we're going? If y'all remember, my previous videos when I was stuck in North Dakota for 10 days because of that Arctic blast and us not putting the anti-gel in our fuel. Yes, y'all, we're going back to North Dakota. Honestly, I didn't think we were gonna go back there so soon. I know, or I knew eventually the company would send us back there, but I just didn't expect it to be so soon. So we pretty much have like a 2 week gap in between the 10 days being stuck there. We went home for home time for a week. We were out doing our run for 1 week, which was hell. Not even gonna go into that, but now we're in our second week. So today is February 4th, 2024, just in case anyone watches this video at a longer date, or a later date I should say. But yeah, we're headed back to North Dakota, y'all. I'm not too happy about that. Good thing the weather is better. It's 34 degrees in North Dakota right now, so the weather is not bad. But right now there's like a black ice advisory going through I-80 in Wyoming, and y'all know how Wyoming gets, so we have to deal with that. Hopefully by the time we have to head out, that'll be cleared up. I have a couple trucker friends who told me that they got shut down and all kind of stuff, so hopefully we don't have to deal with that. Again, I'm the night driver. He does the daytime. He's a daytime driver. We're gonna even get into that going forward. So he'll be starting us off and I'll be ending the shift in North Dakota. So yeah, I want to just talk about something that right now is personal to me, but I think it's also something that's being pushed even more in trucking. Team driving. Let's talk about team driving. I don't know, would you recommend team driving as a new driver or a veteran trucker? Have you ever been a team driver before? Would you ever think of team driving? Is it a hell no? We're not team driving for you. How do you feel about team driving? I want to know in the comments. I'm going to also share my personal experience, but I want to know in the comments. But the reason why I say I think it's like an important topic to touch on is because I realize majority of the mega carriers are pushing team driving more than ever. Like, I don't know. When I started Werner, team driving wasn't, it was there, but it wasn't being pushed in your face like that. And somehow within 2023, February, March, out of nowhere, team driving, team driving, team driving, team driving. It was being pushed so much to a point where you just got annoyed of always being asked, oh, do you want a team drive? Let's think about team drive. We'll send you the list for team drivers and so forth. And you know, you have companies like Covenant and all those companies. Covenant, I think majority of them, you have to start as a team driver in order to be moved into solo driving. So you can't even avoid that when it comes to some of the companies. And it's just crazy to me how they're okay with new drivers, because the majority of it is new drivers being paired up. They're so okay with pairing up two rookies together to team drive, when I just feel like that is just bonkers. That's just crazy to me. I went through it. You saw how it went. If you watch my previous videos of my experience with that guy I had to drive with at Werner, you know how I felt, and my situation was more about safety and cleanliness. So I made a list because I don't want to drag this video out too much. I gotta get ready and head out to the branch to get my pickup done. I made a little list, you know, pros and cons. So let's talk about the pros. It's not a lot, y'all. It's not a lot. For me personally, the pros, what I think. For one, if you're a new driver, you're just coming into the industry, you just finished CDL school, this is the best option. Not the best, correction. Not the best, wrong choice of words. This is the easiest way to get into the trucking industry right now. If you're okay with being a team driver, you have no other choice. The company you signed up for, they're pushing it. That's the easiest way. Once you're willing to come in as a team driver, I realized that you don't really get much pushback about you being new or anything like that. It's easier for the company to have two drivers. It's better for them to have two drivers to a truck. More miles, they run you harder. The truck never stops, it keeps on moving. It's just a continuous motion, a continuous thing going on in that truck when you're team driving. So of course, for a company, they're benefiting from that. Like they're benefiting like seriously, money wise, getting more loads done, getting more time with you in the truck. For you don't have to stop to take a 10-hour reset and things like that. The truck just constantly keeps on moving unless there's an issue with probably like breakdown and stuff like that. But for the most part, you keep on going. So they're gonna push team driving. So that's the first pro. If you don't have any other options, you can't find a company to take you on as solo because you're too new, they're not willing to take a chance on you, team driving it is. It's the easiest thing to do right now. Second pros I would say is with team driving, the money tends to be more better. The money tends to be more consistent because as drivers, you normally tend to get more miles. Some, depending on the company you go to, they'll push more miles on you. Maybe for one week you'll be 4,000 something miles, 5,000. I've seen 6,000, close to 7,000. So it depends on the company, but I've also seen inconsistencies with those miles again. But for the most part, your check will be more consistent. You normally can tell like what areas you're gonna fall into, and then if you work for a company that has additional perks like mine, additional perks where you don't have to just rely on the mileage to get money, you have certain stuff. If you have layover, you get paid for those layovers, you get paid for holdovers. There's little stuff where your check can increase. So that's two. Pros, the money's more consistent, the money is better compared to some solo situations that you'd find yourself in as a new driver. Yeah. Now, three pros, because all I stopped at three. I don't see any other pros other than these three. If you have experience and you know more pros when it comes to team driving, then go ahead, put them in the comments so you can help anyone new or anyone that's thinking about team driving. Put that in the comments if there's more than three pros. But for me personally, number three, and it's not for me, it's for a new driver. Now, as a new driver, I would think that possibly when you're just starting out, it depends on your mental state, it depends on you, independency, all that stuff. How comfortable are you with starting out by yourself in the truck? Like, how comfortable are you? That's going to be a big thing to think about. When you're team driving, maybe it's better when you have someone with you in the truck. Maybe you'll feel more comfortable. You feel more at ease knowing that you have another person in the truck. You're experiencing things out there together. You're not just out there by yourself. If something should happen, maybe you have another person to fall back on. You guys can figure out stuff together. All of that good stuff. So that's my three. So three, again, I'll repeat for you. I'll probably put a little note somewhere here, a little note of the pros. So one, easiest way to start trucking when you're a newbie, when you're a rookie. The money's more consistent too. The money's more consistent and it tends to be better income-wise. Three, you may feel more comfortable having someone in the truck with you when you're just starting out. Now, as for me, I started out solo, Dollar General. I did it by myself. I don't need to have someone there with me to feel comfortable. When I got into trucking, I got into it knowing that I'm gonna be by myself. I never planned to be with a co-driver. Now, when I left Werner, I got lucky because I wasn't sure about what company I would go to, and luckily I had a friend that was at this company who actually left. He got me in, but he left, and he left because of the team driving situation. He didn't leave because of the company. It was just the team driving that made it difficult, and he had to leave, right? But when I came in, he got me in. I didn't want a team drive, but the company itself, again, I wish I could mention the name. If you knew, you'd understand why I made a decision to come here. it's a whole different ball game when it comes to trucking. I'm not even in a regular trucking situation. Like, I'm in a specialized area. So on my resume, it's gonna look good. It's a reputable organization that I grew up knowing about when I was a kid. You know, it's all over the world, as a matter of fact. So when I came here, I saw an opportunity to just be a part of a great company. I didn't really focus too much on trucking, on teaming, right? And then for the most part, it was a group of Jamaicans here. So I felt like, you know, maybe like minded people, it would be better for me. Jamaicans, you know, so it wouldn't be too much of a culture, yeah, clash or anything like that. I was sadly mistaken, but that's just it. So I didn't really need to do team driving because I was scared or anything like that, but I did want the money to be better. And the money has been better. I'm gonna be honest with you, it could be better, but the money was way better than what I was doing at Werner. You know, it's put me in a better situation to be able to take care of certain stuff, to be able to save, and to be able to see like certain things being possible in my future. If I want to go get my house, all that stuff, I can see it being possible now, with where I am in trucking, right? But cons, guys, the cons by far, by far it outweighs the pros. Like, the pros right here for me personally, the money, that's probably the only thing I'm gonna look at, the money. And realistically, right now for me, I have all my endorsements. I have my TWIC card. I'm at my 1 year and going on 2 months. So it's easier for me to market myself to go find a new company right now. So realistically for me, it's only one pro. And it was just the consistency in money and stuff like that. And I'll take it back. The company that I'm with, that was also a pro, but that's personal to me. Now, cons. Let's start with the cons. Now, privacy. This is the biggest thing. Well, not the biggest thing, but just one off. There's no privacy. I'm out 3 weeks OTR, 1 week home, right? You're literally in that truck with someone that you don't know unless you get lucky, right? And you're with a family member or your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Those are the only time I think teams works. If it's a family member, husband and wife, stuff like that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know those people already. You know them. It's easier. That's the only thing I will recommend. Gotta be a family member. Gotta be your spouse. That's it. Strangers, no. You don't have any privacy. You're with that person more than anybody else that you know. You're with that person in and out, day in and day out. And when I say privacy, I mean, let's be honest. Truckers. Let's be honest. There's times you're in that truck and you may have to end up use a bottle and a funnel, or you got to use your portable toilet. Like, it's stuff like that, you know. And I have a male co-driver. As a female driver, I have a male co-driver. So certain things that I used to do in the truck by myself solo, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Like, I just feel like I don't have space. I'm happy when I get a layover where I can be in a hotel like I am now. Like, it's my breathing time. There's not much space. So your privacy, you're not gonna have that anymore. I'm gonna tell you that much. 2, cons. You may not get along with your partner. Guys, the probability of you meeting a compatible partner when you're team driving, it's low, really low. If you find a partner that personality wise you guys click, you guys are on the same page, then bless your heart, because it's so hard to come by. It's so hard to come by. But that's another thing. Personality wise, there's a lot of stuff you guys just may not get along. And to not get along with your co-driver that you're with on a truck for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever it is, regional, OT, or whatever, it's hard. It's really, really hard. When I thought about team driving, I think I was too naive. When I thought about team driving with Jamaicans and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I'm with my people and stuff like that. So if we have downtime or layover, we can probably go explore the city that we're in and stuff like that. Nah, I was naive as hell. I don't have that. I don't have that. When I say We don't have a relationship. Me and my co-driver, we don't talk. We get the work done. We get off the truck, and that's it. We don't. I don't. At this point, y'all, I don't think we like each other at all. I don't think we even like each other. I can speak for me. I don't really care for. I don't really care for. Yeah. So three. One driver wants to only drive day shift. Yes. There are some drivers who will only want to drive day shift. They don't feel comfortable driving night shift. They will not drive night shift. It forces you to be the night shift driver, all that extra stuff. So you got to come to a compromise. Yeah. Now, myself, when I just started team driving for this company, I was only in trucking for 3 months. I was on the Dollar General account. But y'all, Dollar General is one thing. When you come out here, OTR, some of these places that you go to, we shouldn't even be going to them as a 53 trailer. We shouldn't be going to them with those size trailers. We're not supposed to be there. So the backing can get very, very risky. Like it's so many ways to get in an accident, backing and hitting stuff. So initially when I switched with my co-driver, he had a previous co-driver, and that co-driver was driving nights because he couldn't back at all. So my current co-driver decided he'll do the day driving because most of the backing is in the daytime, which is true. So when he said it to me at first, I was like, okay, I'm okay with night driving. When I work with Werner solo, I drove both day and night. I don't have a problem driving day or night. You get me? But what I didn't prepare myself for is to never have a chance to really do day shift. I thought like after a while, me and my co-driver driving together, it would be easier to just be like, okay, we can trade. We can come up with a new schedule. You see how I drive, you see I'm good. You don't have to go through certain stuff you went through with your previous partner where you were getting the accidents and stuff like that. You don't go through that with me. But y'all, he will not budge. I remember one time I said, okay, I've been out here, I'm approaching my year. It's no way I should be out here a year. I need to start doing more backing, because realistically guys, the more you back, the more you learn. Backing is a repetitive thing. It's a skill that you develop. The more you back, the more you learn, the easier it gets. The less you back, there's no growth. So I even had to say, you know what? How about I drive day shift 1 week and then I'll drive the night shift 2 weeks? That's 2 weeks still driving night shift, 1 week driving day shift, so I can get more backing time. Y'all, Buddy wasn't even having it. He didn't even respond to me. He didn't care for it. He was not having it. Like, I've tried so many times to compromise to make it an equal or a fair situation for us, but he will not have it. I've been driving with my co-driver since July. It's now February. He has only done a full night shift only 3 times out of all those months. 3 times. Recently, we got a schedule that messed us up, and I had to drive the day shift. I was so happy to drive a day shift, y'all, because yeah, day shift is so much easier. Night shift is fine. You don't have a lot of traffic, but night shift, you have to be super focused. And sometimes your body tells you that you need to sleep. You got to be fighting to stay awake sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So night shift is not for the weak. And I'm not talking doing it 2 days out of the week. I'm talking it doing for 3 weeks at a time for months. You're doing night shift, right? So I remember I got to drive a day shift and he was so upset. I could tell he was upset. He only had to do the night shift twice, 2 days, and that's one of the 3 days that I'm mentioning, right? And I was so happy because I got to do my backing in the daytime and stuff like that. I saw I handle it. I was good at. I'm like, I felt proud of myself. I miss that. I miss backing into certain places and just feeling accomplished and be like, yes, I got it done. Like, I don't have that anymore. Dollar General, I never had an accident on Dollar General. I never had a problem on Dollar General. Yes, did it take me longer sometimes? Yeah, sometimes it was easier, sometimes it was harder. But you know what? I felt so proud of myself and I missed that. I don't have that anymore because I'm straight night shift. Straight night shift. Now remember, night shift, inclement weather, all that stuff, I gotta deal with it. I've been through it before. I've shared videos on here. So that's another thing. You possibly have to deal with someone who they just want to stick to one schedule. They don't want to compromise. There's no teamwork in the situation. It's just what they want. So that's 3 cons. I got a lot more. Number 4, your partner may not want to run how you want to run. Now, when it comes to team driving, you have the option to either stick to the schedule that you agreed to with your company, or you can choose to stay out longer. My company, 3 weeks out, 1 week home. However, you can choose to stay out 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You can choose to stay out 2 months straight if you want to grind and hustle and make your money. And I'm gonna be honest, those drivers are the one that makes the most money at my company. If you're projected to make $85,000 a year, right? You can get to 100K with my company because you can stay out longer, and they love it when you stay out longer. The longer you're willing to stay out, you more are guaranteed the miles, the good miles, because they like how you run. If you have a partner that doesn't want to run that hard, that's gonna mess up your money. That's gonna mess up your grind. You know, that was my plan. My plan was the first year of trucking, I'm gonna grind my ass off, get my money, save up, which I did save, but I didn't save what I wanted to save. I didn't meet my goal that I planned last year. So that's something that can mess you up. You gotta find a compatible partner that wants to run like how you wanna run, wanna make the team driving just a good experience. Listen, if y'all don't have that, that's messing up your money. So that messes up your money, right? I can't force somebody to stay out 4 weeks at a time. You can go out, you can stay out for 4 weeks, still have your 1 week home, or you can choose to stay out 4 weeks and cut down your home time to come out earlier and make money. It's really up to you, but that's another factor. What am I on? I think I'm on number 4 for cons. Yeah, 4. So now I'm on number 5. Number 5, okay. I wrote down, you may end up not wanting to drive due to the environment you're in. That's me right now. Due to the environment and everything I'm in, I find myself not even wanting to get on the truck after home time. I find myself not even wanting to go into the truck right now to get out of the hotel. Because the environment sucks. Like, you just don't get along with a person. You're sucking it up. I'm sucking it up because I have to be smart about meeting my goals, which honestly, I've accomplished so much. Like, you know, the last thing I had to accomplish was getting my TWIC card. I have my doubles and triples and doubles and triples. I have my X endorsement, so I have tankers and hazmat. And I just got my TWIC card, so I have everything, you know. And I'm proud of myself for getting all that done. So when I decide to move on to something better, I can choose which endorsement to use, because I'm definitely using one of my endorsements. But the environment sucks. I literally don't even want to be on the truck. It sucks, y'all. So that's another thing you have to worry about, that you don't want to be around a person. If you don't handle certain stuff well emotionally, that can be a problem. And let me tell you, you don't need to be emotional on a truck, on driving a tractor trailer. You don't need to be emotional, period. You gotta be together. You feel me? You really have to be. You gotta pull it together. So me right now, I'm literally only out here to get my money, get my experience. That's it. I don't even care to be in the situation that I'm in, which is so sad, because again, I love the company, but they only do team driving, so there's nowhere for me to grow here. There's nowhere for me to grow, nowhere for me to go here. There's nowhere else other than out the door, pretty much. So now we're going on con number 6, cleanliness. Cleanliness, nastiness, all that stuff. Now, what I will say about my situation, I don't have to go through that. I've had 2 drivers here since I've been here, since April 2023. I've never had to go through issues with someone smelling, all that stuff being nasty. Thank God I don't have to go through that. But that doesn't mean it won't be your issue. My first co-driver, I had to go through that with at Werner. But that's something you have to look out for. The person just not being as clean as you are. And if you're OCD clean, listen, you just need to be solo, because you won't be able to handle it. You're smelling things that you don't want to smell. You're seeing things that you don't want to see. Again, it comes to the privacy. Like, you and that person joined to the hip in that truck. There's no space for you. You got the in cab, you got the sleeper. That's all it is. A curtain in between you guys if you want to get some space, to be honest. So that was what, number 6? Number 6. Number 7, one, safety. Safety is the biggest of them all, right? I should have put this first, but I was making my list. Yeah, but safety is the biggest. You might be paired up with someone who has back-to-back accidents, who just doesn't know what they're doing, doesn't take what they're doing seriously. They just don't handle driving, backing, all that stuff like you do. My co-driver came from an unsafe situation. The person he was paired with, the guy, well, the gentleman, because the older man, he was having accidents. He was making silly mistakes and stuff like that. Mistakes will happen, but what he was doing, he just didn't care. So that's another thing you have to worry about. Both of us, we haven't had any situations like that, which is a reason why I felt like it would be so much easier to compromise with your co-driver, because of the simple fact that y'all drive well together. You don't have any safety issues, like, so. But that's another thing, safety. Like, you could be driving in that truck and you're just not safe at all. That's the biggest thing. You don't know what's going on while you're sleeping. Yeah, I don't want to say the negative here, what could happen, but safety is a big concern. I think now I'm going on number 8, cannot sleep well. A lot of times it takes a little while to get used to driving the truck moving and you're sleeping. For me, eventually I got into it. You know, I was able to sleep, not perfectly, but I was able to sleep. Now, y'all, I can't sleep. And this is the biggest problem for me right now. I can't sleep. So when the truck is moving, I gotta normally do some stuff to fall asleep. Either I'm taking melatonin, or now I'm taking NyQuil, like I'm sipping scissor, whatever they want to call it, like a rapper. I'm taking NyQuil and stuff like that just to make sure I just get enough sleep, right? That's a in and out situation. Sometimes I get to sleep well, sometimes I don't. It depends on how tired I am. But if the truck is going through, let's say, I-40, I'm not getting no sleep through I-40. Yeah, but that's not my biggest issue now. So what's going on now is that we have this thing called holdover, where you may be parked up waiting for your delivery or your pickup, and it's 10 hours or more. For those, we have to stay in the truck. We don't get the option to go to a hotel, like a 24-hour wait or a 24-hour more wait. So at that time, we both are sleeping in the truck at the same time, y'all. I don't know what happened, but y'all, my co-driver snoring, he pretty much sounds like a Jake break. And how I know, I recorded so many videos of the snoring because I just wanted proof. I just wanted proof, so I'm not going crazy. The snoring is so bad, y'all. I've been sleeping with my earpiece in for months upon months, listening to rain music to fall asleep. And it got so bad now where I'm hearing the snoring through my rain music, right? So imagine you're trying to sleep, listening to music already in your ears, the rain sound, and now you're also hearing snoring through that rain sound. I can't sleep peacefully. I can't sleep well. I'm getting 2 hours sleep here and there, and then by the time you gotta get up, it's time for you to drive. Depending on the time for the delivery, the ETA, you gotta drive. I gotta drive. I've had situations now where I've literally almost fell asleep. I had to pull over, which is the right thing to do, to pull over. But before, I never went through that. I can drive my night shift straight through 8 hours straight without stopping. That's how used to it I've gotten. 8 hours without stopping. So if I was to do night shift solo, I would have no problem. But I would get an incentive for driving solo night shift. I'm not getting an incentive here for driving solo, for driving teams night shift, right? So I can't sleep, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna attach the snoring video. Right? So that's another problem. So now I find myself, in order to get some sleep, y'all, I have to be making bed in the in cab of the truck. The in cab. So I have to be turning, it's Volvo, the seats can turn around facing each other. That's what I have to be doing. I have to be sleeping on the passenger and driver seat just to make sure I get some good rest. So if I have to drive first, at a new start of the shift, I'm well rested. I'm well rested. I mean, I've had a situation where I'm driving and I'm just like, yo, I can't be doing this. I feel unsafe. And once it becomes a safety issue for me, it's time for me to go. I don't play with my safety. I don't play with that. Like, I will deal with certain stuff, but my safety, I don't mess with that. So, like I said, I'm gonna attach that little snoring video at the end, and you tell me how you feel, because my friend said it sounded like a Jake break, but yeah. I don't know where I'm at right now. I think I'm on probably 8 cons, so I'm 8, right? 3 pros, 8 cons. I have like one more to go. Well, I already said it, so I'm pretty much at 8. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the last one was that I cannot not sleeping well. Again, if you have more cons, more pros that you know about, you experience as a team driver, please feel free to put them in the comments. So probably a new person coming into trucking who's faced with or being forced to do team driving, they can know what they're being faced with. Help another trucker, a new trucker out. So that's the biggest thing. So in the end, y'all, would I recommend team driving? Absolutely not. I would never recommend team driving to anyone unless it's your husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, or your family member. You feel me? I would not recommend it for strangers to be teaming together. I don't care. At this point, the money ain't even that great to be going through this. The money ain't even that great to be going through this. I want to say that great, I mean, in terms of what you have to be dealing with, how hard you're running and stuff like that, the mileage can be very inconsistent. Right now we're in winter 2024. It's inconsistent as hell. Me right now going to North Dakota, I pay attention to stuff. Me going to North Dakota right now, these are the states where a lot of truckers aren't willing to go in the winter time. They shut down, they close off for winter, or they stick to the northeast side, or they stick to the south and things like that. They don't go to the northwest, but we are being sent to the northwest. And I feel like with situations like that, why aren't you compensated more adequately, or like more like an additional incentives to go to the west states in the winter period, when you know a lot of drivers don't go there? Like, I feel like it's risky enough to be in those states, so why do you not compensate the drivers more to go into those states? But again, that's why owner operators, it's a better option, because had I been an owner operator, I could say, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna sit this out for the Northwest, stay in the Northeast, because Northeast is where I live, in the Northeast, Pennsylvania. I can run Northeast with no problem. It has to be like serious weather issues for me to be like to not be comfortable in the Northeast, but I can run Northeast easily. This is my 3rd winter since I started trucking. However, this is my first full winter OTR. That's the difference with this. I was regional Northeast, never had to deal with certain stuff, but the experience is good to have. But would I recommend team driving, y'all? Never. I would never do it. I would never ever recommend it. Right now, I gotta force myself to go back on that truck in a situation that I don't want to even partake in. But I'm grown. I'm a grown, almost 38-year-old, so I gotta suck it up. But I'm just waiting for home time, and then I'm gonna really sit down and make some decisions. And of course, I'll share that with you. I'm gonna make a decision to really push myself in a better position trucking wise, because I didn't become a trucker to stay at one level. I really want to grow, right? It could be growing to endorsement, could be growing to Walmart, which is one of my dream companies to work for, Walmart, or it could be ending up as an owner operator. It could be anyone, but if I do all 3, accomplish all 3, kudos to me. But I'm here to grow and do better and learn and just be great at what I do. I didn't come in here to say I'm gonna make quick money, because there's no quick money. I don't know I don't know where that came. There's no quick money out here. Whatever money you making, ain't no quick money, and you deserve every single dollar you make out here, because the risk that we take out here as truckers, we deserve to be compensated fairly and properly. And we all know that's not happening right now. You gotta be in a very good setup, very good situation to be compensated fairly. But I plan to grow. I'm gonna share that with you guys. And like I said, I'm gonna drop that snoring video at the end. I'm gonna drop that snoring video at the end. I really do not care, y'all. I don't care at this point. I'm over it. Like, I'm pretty much mentally out of the door. Like, I'm not here already, so who cares? But I'll drop the video. Let me know what y'all think. I'm about to get ready, get my stuff in the truck, and head out to North Dakota. So y'all wish me good luck. I'm gonna see if I can edit this video and drop it today on February 4th. But y'all, pray for me, because I'm hanging in there. But boy, listen, money, you can make money in trucking. You can make decent money if you set yourself up right. But there's never a day without some frustration. There's never a day without you thinking like, did I do the right thing? There's never, you question a lot of stuff as you go. So whatever money we make out here, if we deserve it, because we go through a lot. We go through a lot. And I feel like us as new drivers, we're going through the worst periods of trucking ever. This is literally just becoming a regular job. It's becoming a job, and that's my problem right now. When I was working on Dollar General, as much as the account was hard, I felt so accomplished. I felt so good when I finished my load. I just felt so proud of myself. You know, like I miss that feeling. Like I don't want to be out here and feeling like a job. That's when it becomes a problem. I want to know it's a career. I'm earning great money, yes, you know what I'm saying, but I'm also feeling like I have a purpose. I'm getting up and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to push in my brakes, and you know, like that's how I want to feel, because that's how I felt when I passed my CDL test when I started. I miss that. I want that back, and right now team driving is sucking the life out of me. Yeah, I don't think I have more than another month left in me, to be honest, which is okay because I did my year. I did what I was supposed to do. So right now it's just making better decisions going forward. But yeah, y'all know I like to talk. It's going on 37 minutes. I don't want to hit 40 minutes, but thank you for watching. As always, I'm doing my best to post more videos, be more active in my shorts and in my videos. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm gonna definitely get you extra content when I'm out there in the field. And I have some future goals that I'm hoping to share with you guys. Follow me on Instagram at just trucking it Tati. Just trucking it Tati. Follow me on TikTok at just trucking it. And yeah, I'm gonna sign out right now. And tune in for the snoring videos, y'all. Bye.